Gretchen Wilson Talks, The Road New Reality Show. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Grammy Award winner Gretchen Wilson will hit the road tonight when she joins headliner Keith Urban as tour manager for the new music competition series from CBS, in which 12 emerging singers serve as the opening act for Urban. Then each week, one will be eliminated until the last artist standing wins a slot at Stagecoach, a recording contract, and $250,000. When we first started out with all 12 of the musicians, we actually have some that were singing folk music. We had some that were doing Americana. We had some that were doing straight-up rock and roll. It's not just strictly country music, Wilson tells Parade. These are singer-songwriter musicians. They are absolutely triple threats. They were all pre-selected by the producers, and so they all actually had a bit of something going for them already. Wilson says when she first got hired for the job, she got an email with a description of each of the 12 singers that she would be corralling. But later, when she met them, she could tell that some of them had what it would take to tough it out on the tour, and some of them didn't. A lot of people think I'm this tough bitch. And I am. Sometimes I have to be. That's part of the business, it's part of my life. But the people who know me the best, they know that down deep inside, it doesn't really get any mushier. I will cry at a commercial, Wilson shares. And so, I had to really toe the line with my emotions when it came to being on this show. It was a different experience for me than anything I've ever dealt with because I had to, in real time, sometimes say things to these musicians that I knew were heartbreaking, and I know it was hard for them to hear. Wilson says her job as tour manager didn't deal with some issues that a real-life tour manager has to deal with, like booking flights, or the bizzing company and booking hotel rooms, but rather she dealt with the band, the artists, their songs, musical instrument issues, even giving them a sip of water before they went on stage. And she says she has Blake Shelton, who is one of the executive producers on the show, to thank for the job. Blake Shelton and Keith Urban team up on new reality show The Road. It was Blake, actually, who mentioned my name and said, "You're having trouble finding a tour manager that fits all of the criteria you want. And what I'm hearing you say is that you want somebody who's a little bit tough around the edges, somebody who knows the business, somebody who's done this for a long time, somebody who would have an opinion, but also somebody who's not going to be heartless, somebody who's going to be able to deal with the emotions." Then Blake basically said, "Sounds to me like you're talking about Gretchen Wilson." Wilson's job as tour manager for The Road is unlike anything she's done before, but she's grateful to have experienced it because it provided her the opportunity to work around Shelton and Urban, two tremendous talents, but both so different. Blake Shelton teases details about his new country reality show. "You couldn't find two different dudes, but I felt very comfortable in that situation because if you know anything about me, you'll know that I came up with Big and Rich, two of my best friends. So I've kind of always been sandwiched between two very opposite people in my life. I've sort of always been Switzerland. So it felt very comfortable to be with both of them, even though they're so different. Blake is just an incredible human being. He's talented, he's funny, he's personable, and he's just an amazing person to be around. Keith was just so forward and direct and just incredibly focused. Being around him made me want to be a better me, a better human. I want to be more like him, you know." Gretchen Wilson is making her long-awaited return to television with The Road, a new reality series that blends her raw country spirit with a modern take on music competition and storytelling. Known for her breakout hit Redneck Woman and her no-nonsense personality, Wilson is stepping into a new spotlight that allows her to share her journey and mentor rising artists in a way that feels deeply personal. The Road brings together a mix of grit, emotion, and authenticity, something Wilson has championed throughout her entire career. For years, fans have missed seeing the singer who defined a generation of strong country women And now The Road gives her a platform to remind audiences why she became a cultural icon in the first place. The series captures the essence of country music through real stories, real struggles, and real people, and Wilson's involvement has already set the tone for what promises to be one of the most heartfelt music shows on television. The concept of The Road immediately spoke to Wilson's love for storytelling and her belief that country music should come from lived experiences. Unlike traditional competitions, this show takes viewers on a journey across America, following artists as they perform in small towns and uncover the roots of their musical identity. For Wilson, it was that authenticity that convinced her to sign on. She has often said that she's never been one for glitter or gimmicks, and The Road gave her the opportunity to be herself while helping others find their voice. Wilson has described the show as something that feels more like a family than a competition. There's no scripted drama or forced rivalries, just artists learning from one another and connecting with audiences through their truth. That sense of community is something she values deeply, having come from humble beginnings in Pocahontas, Illinois, where hard work and honesty defined everything she did. The Road taps into that same spirit, focusing on the idea that every artist's path is different but all are driven by passion. Behind the scenes, Wilson has taken an active role in shaping the show's tone and message. She wanted it to reflect the heart of country music, where storytelling and emotion take center stage. She has said that fame is fleeting, but songs that speak the truth last forever, and The Road aims to highlight those timeless voices. Her influence can be felt in the way the show highlights not just performances, but also the emotional moments that happen offstage, the late-night songwriting sessions, the fears, the triumphs, and the small victories that make each journey meaningful. The production team has praised Wilson for her leadership and authenticity, describing her as the soul of the show. She brings an unfiltered honesty that keeps everyone grounded, whether she's mentoring a contestant or offering tough love. Viewers who loved her fierce attitude on stage will see that same fire here, but also a more reflective and compassionate side. She's not just a performer anymore, she's a guide helping new artists navigate the unpredictable road to success. The show also gives Wilson a chance to reconnect with her fans on a deeper level. After taking a step back from the spotlight in recent years to focus on her personal life, she admitted that she missed the connection that comes from performing and sharing stories with people who understand her music. The Road lets her combine both worlds, allowing her to stay creative while also inspiring others. She has spoken about how seeing young artists chase their dreams reminds her of her own early days playing in bars and writing songs late into the night. The dynamic of The Road feels like a perfect fit for Wilson because it celebrates authenticity over image and resilience over perfection. The contestants come from different backgrounds but all share the same hunger to be heard, and Wilson's guidance gives them the courage to stay true to themselves even when the road gets tough. Her presence adds a layer of credibility that few others could bring because she has lived the struggles these artists face. She knows what it's like to fight for a place in the industry, to be underestimated, and to overcome. That makes her advice hit harder and her support feel genuine. The Road also marks an exciting shift in how country music is presented on television. Instead of focusing solely on chart success, it dives into the stories behind the songs and the emotional toll of pursuing a dream. Wilson's ability to balance toughness with empathy makes her the perfect mentor for this new era of storytelling. Her straightforward charm and rebellious energy give the show an edge, while her wisdom brings depth and heart. Fans have already begun to celebrate her return, saying that she brings back the soul and authenticity that has been missing from many modern music shows. Beyond the competition element, The Road is also a reflection of Wilson's personal journey of growth and rediscovery. She's open about the lessons she's learned through fame, struggles, and stepping away from the industry. That transparency has made her one of the most relatable figures in country music, and it shines through in every episode. Her goal isn't just to find the next star, but to remind audiences of what real artistry looks like. For her, success isn't about awards or numbers, It's about creating something that matters. With The Road, Wilson has found a way to give back to the genre that shaped her life. She's helping to nurture a new generation of artists who share her love for real country storytelling, and she's doing it in a way that feels honest and unfiltered. The show stands as a celebration of the resilience of the power of music to connect people and of the idea that no dream is too far if you keep moving forward. Gretchen Wilson's involvement ensures that The Road is more than just another TV project. It's a revival of the heart and soul of country music. Her energy, authenticity, and commitment to truth bring a rare level of sincerity to the screen, making her comeback one of the most anticipated in recent memory. In a world where trends come and go, Wilson reminds us that real music, real stories, and real people never go out of style. The Road is not just a show, it's a journey, and for Gretchen Wilson, it's the next great chapter in a life defined by courage and country grit. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.